I think it's important to talk about why mixing at low volumes is so important in the first place, and it's because it gives you access to a special ability. You see, the thing with the way that I learn is that I only learn stuff if it's actually gonna benefit me or help me get better at whatever is the reason that I'm learning it for in the first place. Otherwise, it's just like a dopamine hit or just content to kind of like keep myself from having to sit in silence, basically. So because of that, it actually did take me a long time to care about this concept, but the important thing to understand is that your mix is only going to be half as good as it ever could be unless you actually do this. And that's because true balance is revealed at low volumes. Low volume mixing emphasizes the relative balance of elements in your mix without the distraction of perceived loudness, which you get when you're mixing at super high volumes. Perceived loudness can actually be a huge distraction in your mix, and it can actually deceive you. Something that I actually forgot to mention in this entire guide is that human ears naturally perceive louder things as better if they're the same in terms of quality across all other factors. And so it's really easy to trick your brain into thinking your mix is better simply because you have it at a louder volume. This is actually one of the main reasons that LUFS were even introduced in the first place, and it was to account for how our ears perceive loudness, so that we could further ensure consistent playback across platforms and devices. And the way to take advantage of this is to literally just turn your mix down. Turn the volume down on your interface or use some kind of VCA tool on your master or pre-master to literally reduce the volume. As I'll demonstrate in a second, that's not actually going to even change what the end listener gets if they just crank the volume back up, but what you do get out of it is the removal of the distraction of perceived loudness, so you can lock in on getting your mix more precise, more clean, and more tight. So let me go ahead and demonstrate this using my new single Do Anything, which is going to be coming out this coming Monday. So with this track, I was pushing for like a dance style level of loudness, so something you would find in electric music more so compared to trap or hip hop, which is the vibe of this song. And so that really required me to lock in with the precision of the mix. And so I've got the volume down really low on my interface, but I haven't turned it down low anywhere else, and that's basically how I do it. And from there, I would just get into looking at my meters to tell where I might be able to make these tweaks that will help me create the space and presence in my mix that allows me to push it even more into those clippers that will give me the dynamic range reduction required to get that loudness I was going for. So here's how things looked in tonal balance.
Now them shooters at your house, any amount, he a mouse, so we gotta take him out. Nigga broke, filet o trout, we got rich by running routes. Keep this shit on fucking lock, like my name was Eddie House. Shout out all my crips.
And there was a robust series of like equalization that kind of went into getting this balanced. And we can talk about that on another day. Let me know down in the comment section below if you'd like us to do like a little video or even a series on equalization. But I think the really cool part about this is that I actually didn't really mix super loud for this track, and I was still able to get a really good integrated loudness reading for it. So check this out.
Now them shooters at your house, any amount, he a mouse, so we gotta take him out. Nigga broke, filet o trout, we got rich by running routes. Keep this shit on fucking lock, like my name was Eddie House. Shout out all my crips.
Between -6.5 and -5.5 is insane, especially for something that's so trap influenced. So I was really happy to be able to get that amount of loudness while still being able to get this clean of a frequency distribution, and I think that was possible because I spent a lot of time trying to be precise at those low volumes. By the way, if you're interested in learning how I did the vocal mixing, I'm not going to be talking too much about that anywhere on YouTube, but I won't gatekeep it. Just join my newsletter if you do want to learn about it. We have nearly 14,000 people on there at this point, which I'm actually really excited about, and it's everyone from artists, engineers, to a ton of producers, of course, because I am a producer. But my goal there is to just give you gems that are going to help you be better as an indie performer. So stuff like mixing, which is going to be beneficial whether you're an engineer, producer, or an artist. But we also talk a lot about brand development, as well as giving you secrets from some of my peers that are performing at the top level of this music shit so that you can just run it up. So first link in the description below if you're interested.